So summer is upon us, right? You gotta make sure you're carrying the essentials in your car when you're making those long trips. You're talking about water. You always want to carry a blanket because you never know the temperature changes and whatnot. Jumper cables, extra fluids with you. And I got something else that you can add to that list that will get you out of a bind, and that's coming up. Hey everybody, just quick thanks to all those who have used my Amazon links and bought something. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, helps keep me bringing this content and keeping the things wacky and keeping moving on, right? So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Here's the video. All right, welcome back everybody. And today we're going to talk about a little contraption that can save you if you get stranded, get a flat tire out there on the road. And while I'm thinking about it, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to check the tire pressure on your spare. Make sure it has air. Ain't the worst feeling in the world than changing your tire. For those of you that still do that, changing your tire, putting on the spare or the donut and find out that it has no air in it and it's just as flat as the one you took off. Happened to me years ago, and it wasn't my car, but still, you know, person didn't they didn't bother checking. So make sure your spare tire has air. Okay, so what I'm talking about is this right here, and y'all have to excuse my is filthy right now, but I'm talking about this little air pump. You use it right from your accessory 12-bolt plug, and you can fill up your tires. You don't have to go to your local pump. You can do it right from your car. And this is great to have before your trip. And I'll tell you what, it's not very expensive. It runs, I've seen it between $17 and about $24, $25, something like that. Not bad at all. There's like 3 different types. It's made by Slime, and there's about 3 different types. There's one that's really small. I don't recommend it. There's this one, and then there's like a heavy duty one that, unless you have like a truck, you probably don't want to get. This one works just fine. And this one, by the way, is an analog one. I'll show you the digital one. Basically the same shape, only thing different is the gauges. All right. Okay, so first things first, you don't go right here. Like in this case, in the RX-8, you have the cigarette lighter over here. You don't go to the cigarette lighter. Do some of you even know what I'm talking about? Cigarette lighter. Yeah, cigarette lighter. Yeah? No? Yes? Well, anyhow, you don't use that. Instead, you use the accessory. You're going to plug into that bad boy. But before you do, you don't want to start up your engine. You don't want to run it just on battery. Okay, so you have your long cord, which is over here, which is your power cord, and that's going to go into your accessory. And then you have the actual air hose that's going to go out to your tire. So I'm going to just plug it in. Plug this bad boy in here. And then this one has a light in the front. And if it was the digital one, it would show the numbers in the front. Reason why I'm not using the digital one is because, although it will come on, it actually doesn't work right now. It's been around for a while. It's been tumbling around in the back of my Tahoe. So yeah, I'll just use this one. All right. So we're gonna go out. We're gonna hook it up and start pumping. And let's go in a little bit. Okay. So come over here. We've already taken the little cap off. And it's starting to rain. What? Sunshine, rain, devil's beating his wife. Okay. So this is a good thing right here. It'll show you the current pressure. So right now it's sitting about 35. I'm just going to turn it on that way you can hear it. Okay, so the big difference here between the analog one and the digital one is that you got to monitor your analog one. Okay, you got to monitor your analog one, and once you figure out what the tire pressure is, like for example this one is 35, supposed to be 35, you monitor it and you have to stop it when it hits 35 on the gauge. On the digital one, here, I got it thrown over here. Okay, this is the digital one. Now, on the digital one, you set it using that plus and minus. Okay, same exact design. It has a light there, but what you do is that once you turn it on, you hit those buttons to reach the desired tire pressure. You let it go and it will stop automatically at, say if I had it for 35 for this car, it would stop automatically at 35. You don't have to monitor it, it just goes off. Now, one of the things to keep in mind on these says you don't want to run it more than 10 minutes straight, because you just burn it out. So basically, you fill one, depending on how low it is, but you fill one tire, take a little break, and then you go fill the next one and the next one and whatnot. But if all you're doing is checking it, it's not a big deal. Topping it off, a couple minutes here, a couple minutes at the other tire. That's all you need. And you take it along with you. It's small, it's compact. If you were to take this over to your pump where you paid $2-3 for a few minutes of air time on the pump, within, I'd say within 4 or 5 times of doing that, you could have bought one of these and had it at all times, had it portable with you. You don't have to go over to a gas station to do it. But anyway, that's the video for that. Again, it's made by Slime. This is the medium size one, and I'll put a link in the description box so y'all can pick it up if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I know this was a quick one, but it's really all it is to it. It's very, very simple. All right, guys, take care. Man, what happened to us as a society? I call this an air pump. They call it tire inflator. Air pump, tire inflator, air pump, tire inflator. So weak. Jeez.